Hello and welcome to the new topic of international finance. Today we'll be talking about IRPT, that is interest rate parity theory. This is what I have received request from your side, and based on the request I'm preparing this video. I'll just give brief what is IRPT. The interest rate parity theory assumes that based on the risk-free rate provided by two countries, based on the interest rate or deposit rate provided by two countries, we can identify what could be the forward rate. So hypothetically, if we say, for example, today the rate between India and US is, let's say, $1 is 50 rupees. Now this is direct quote for India. One foreign currency equals to domestic currency, so $1 equals to 50 rupees, and interest rate provided in India is 9%. Like bank is providing 9% deposit rate in India, and in US the banks are providing interest rate of 7%. So what could be the direction that after, and let's say for example this interest rate is for next 6 months, applicable for the next 6 months. So based on the present data available, what would be the rate between Indian rupees and US dollar that can be identified by the help of interest rate parity theory, that is IRPT formula. So let us see formulas and different things how we can identify IRPT. Let us discuss meaning of IRPT first. We'll discuss some theory part and then meaning, and then we'll go with one practical example of IRPT. So the full form of IRPT is interest rate parity theory, and it is a very important concept as far as international finance is concerned. And to find out what would be the future forward rate based on the present interest rate between two countries. It also gives arbitrage opportunity if you are able to identify what would be the 6-month rate based on the interest rate given by countries, and then we compare with our theoretical rate with the rate which will be given by bank. So the forward rate will be given by banks with whom we are going to enter into contract, and based on the interest rate we'll calculate what is the theoretical, I mean by applying formula what should be the rate which will be compared with actual rate. If both rate are same, that is with the help of IRPT formula and the rate which is given by bank, both rate are same, there is no arbitrage opportunity available. That means there is no riskless opportunity available. But if both the rates are different, that means there is arbitrage opportunity available for the investor, and we can grab the opportunity by borrowing from the cheaper country and investing at the costly country, the country in which the rate is high. So let us first look into the meaning. The interest rate parity theory is very important concept as far as international finance is concerned, as I said, and if it does not hold true, there is no riskless opportunity. But if the IRPT holds true, means if both rate are same, there is no arbitrage opportunity, and if does not hold true, there is arbitrage gain available. If the actual forward rate is more, then that means, let's say for example the present rate between dollar and rupees is 50, and after 6 months bank is ready to sell or buy a dollar at 52 rupees. So this is actual rate. If the actual rate is more than our theoretical rate, that means by applying the IRPT formula, if we calculate and it comes to, let's say, 51.5 for example, so this is called the rate calculated by interest rate parity formula, 51.50 rupees per dollar, and the bank is giving us or dollar at 52, which is higher. That means there is arbitrage opportunity, we can make profit, or vice versa. If the bank is giving us at 52 and if our IRPT rate is 52 point something, that means more than this. If both rate are different, there is gain, there is chances of earning riskless profit. Now to do this, what is the procedure we can do? We will borrow money uh, and from the cheaper country, the country in which the rate is cheaper, we will borrow from this. We convert into the foreign currency at spot rate because we borrow today, and we convert into the foreign currency today at spot rate. Then whatever the foreign currency we have today, we invest in the foreign country at the interest rate given and for the specified time. So let us say we are going to invest for 6 months. So for example, we'll borrow from India, we convert into dollar, we invest in US for 6 months. After 6 months, we will bring that dollar with interest back to India, and we again convert this dollar into Indian rupees, but this time not at spot rate for 6 months, but the rate which we have decided 6 months ago at forward rate. So the moment when we borrow 6 months ago in India, on the same day we enter with forward contract to sell dollar. So that rate we will be using after 6 months to sell dollar, and then we repay the loan which we have taken from India, and the difference is whatever amount we have in hand minus whatever borrowings we are paying to bank. The difference is called arbitrage gain, and there is always arbitrage opportunity if both the rates are different. So this is what the meaning of arbitrage, or you can say IRPT. Now in the subsequent part of this video, we'll again discuss few part of theory, then we'll go with the sums. So what is IRPT? IRPT lays down theory. It lays down the relationship between the exchange rate and interest rate. That means there is a linkages between the interest rate provided by countries and their exchange rate. Now to understand it in an easy way, let us make it simple. What shortcut, or you can say how we can remember this? It is, the things will go like this. If the country, let's say India, is paying 9% interest and US is paying 7% interest on the deposit amount, or you can say on savings. So the country which is paying more interest rate, in this example, as I said, in this example, hypothetically we assume Indian banks are paying 9% interest rate and US bank is paying 7% interest rate, and present exchange rate between rupees and dollar is 50 rupees per dollar. Now what would be the rate after 6 months? So based on this interest rate given by two countries, we can surely say Indian currency will depreciate. So rate will definitely be more than 50. It will be around 51, 52, 53, but it is definitely more than 50. Now how we can make this assumption, how we can make the direction? So the country which is paying more interest rate, that means the country or government is taking burden of paying risk less investment interest. That countries will be having more liability towards the investor, and the government which is accepting more liability, the government which is making more interest payment, that economy will be facing a liability of paying repayment of interest, and that country's currency will fall down. So this is assumptions of IRPT. First assumption is, based on the interest rate, the country which is paying more interest burden will depreciate against the country which is paying less interest on savings and deposit. Correct? So this is what the IRPT is. On the next slide I'll explain the formula of IRPT, and then we'll proceed with the practical example of IRPT. Before discussing the formula, let us have this logic of interest rate parity theory. Now let's say, for example, you have some money in India that we are Indian citizen and we have some money in India also, we have some money in US also, and the interest rate offered by India is 10%, whereas US banks or the other investment opportunities are providing 6%. Other things will remain constant. That means the growth of country will be same, the political party will be same, the environment factor will be same, other things remaining constant. Now we are only concentrating on interest part, that is IRPT is assuming there is impact on change in the currency because of interest rate, other things remaining constant. But in reality, not only interest rate, actually the factors like political factor, environmental factor, uh, then like business factor, management risk, so many other factors are also affecting the interest rate risk, the change in interest rate. But over here, as per IRPT right now, we are assuming other things are constant, economy is growing parallelly, the countries are working parallelly, political parties are not changing, but we concentrate on this. So where would you like to park your money of if you have this amount, where would you like to invest, whether you would like to invest in India or whether you would like to invest in US? Obviously people would like to invest in India because it owns higher interest rate, and this is true also. All money would start flowing into India, so slowly and gradually people are investing in India, and the burden of making interest payment will be rising, and because of which a government will have to pay more money, they have to earn more money, the burden of paying interest will increases, and it leads to depreciation of currency, and the government will offset this transaction by depreciating the value of Indian currency against the US dollar. So this is what the logic. Now we'll go with the formula and then one example. Here is the formula of IRPT. You can say theoretical value of forward rate can be identified. FO stands for forward rate, SO stands for spot rate between the two countries, domestic rate or interest rate, and then divided by foreign interest rate. So the formula goes like this: forward rate can be found by spot rate multiplied by 1 plus domestic interest rate divided by 1 plus foreign interest rate. So this is what the formula. Now let's look into the question, and then we'll try to solve with the help of IRPT. Now as you can see, the question and the informations are as given. The 3-month interest rate, that means, see, the rate which is given for United States US is 8%, which is per annum, which is for yearly, but our job is to calculate 3-month forward rate. So though it is 8% yearly, we will convert into 3-month rate, and which will be 8 divided by 12 into 3. Then 3-month interest rate of Germany we have to use, but the yearly interest rate is given as 5%. The current spot rate, that is $1 equals to 1.011 euro. That means euro is domestic currency which is given in direct quote, and US dollar is foreign currency. So whenever we apply formula, we need to identify which is domestic country, which is foreign country. The rate is given in euro, and that is why euro is domestic country and dollar is a foreign currency. Now the 3-month practical actual rate is given. Banks are providing us this $1 after 3 months at 1.0101 euro. So that means 3-month rate actual rate is given. Our job is to find out what is theoretical value by IRPT formula, and then we'll compare whether the both rates are same. If same, there is no arbitrage opportunity, but if there is difference, we'll try to grab the opportunity by following steps. So this is what the question is. Let's see the solution of IRPT. Let us discuss this solution of IRPT. Now I have provided solution. We can solve the sum by both the method. Whichever method is convenient to you, you can use it. uh, for beginners, for students, the second is more desirable. It is more easy to understand. But again, it's up to you. If first method is easy for you to understand, you can use you can use first method, or you can go by second method. Answer would be same. Whichever method you follow, there will be same answer. So the first method, which is on left hand side, you can see the formula is spot rate 1 plus domestic upon 1 plus foreign rate, and we'll start putting up figures into formula. Though the actual forward rate is given by bank, but we will not accept it. We will find out our own theoretical value. So FO will be, we will find out, then spot rate is given 1.0114 into bracket 1 plus domestic rate. Now domestic rate 8% yearly, which was given, so 8 divided by 12 multiplied by, we are calculating for 3 months, so it is 2%, which is foreign rate. And for domestic, Germany, that is euro, is domestic rate 5%, which is yearly. To find out what is 3 months, so 5 divided by 12 into 3 months, it is 1.25. So one forward rate equals to spot rate 1.0114 into 1 plus domestic, that is 1.0125 divided by 1 plus foreign 1.02. By calculating this, the theoretical value of forward is, it should be after 3 months $1 should be available at 1.00396, but in actual bank is providing us at 1.0101. That means actual rate is more. Bank is selling, though the rate should be only 1.00396, but bank is providing us at more rate. So to grab the opportunity, both rate are different. To grab the opportunity, we will enter into selling dollar after 3 months. So the decision should be, we will invest in US market. Now why, that we will discuss again, but let me first explain the second formula also. Now in second formula, we accept whatever rate is after 3 month rate is given by bank, but in that case we will assume any one country as X and the other country's interest rate we will find out. So any one thing we will not accept. That means the forward rate which is given, we accept. Spot rate is already given, that also we accept. Domestic rate or foreign rate, interest rate, you can assume either any one country as X, and then let us find out what should be the interest rate. So here I am assuming euro interest rate 5% is correct, and by putting US, that is foreign countries interest rate, I am assuming is X. Let me find out, okay, if this 3 month rate is given by bank, if this is correct, so as per IRPT, what should be the interest rate in US? So by solving this, the interest rate in US comes to 0.0138 for 3 months, and by converting into yearly, the interest rate should be only 5.527%. US government should provide interest rate of 5.527%, but in example it is given as 8%. So based on IRPT, by going by first method or by second method, your decision is same, we should invest in US. Now why US? The second method also says government should provide only 5.52%, but actually US government is giving 8%. So anyhow, US market is giving you more interest, and that is why we will invest in US. This is all conclusion by second method. Now if we compare with the first method, the bank should give $1 at only 1.00396, but in actual market the bank is selling dollar at 1.0101 euro per dollar. So in this case also dollar is costly available. So to earn arbitrage opportunity, you should sell dollar, and when we can sell dollar after 3 months, if we could have invested in US market, we will bring our dollar into market and will sell dollar. So that means by any of this method, the conclusion comes to we should invest in US market. Now in next part of this video, let us understand how to grab this opportunity, what to do, and what would be the arbitrage gain. So following steps need to be done to grab the arbitrage opportunity. So as per IRBT calculation, there is an arbitrage opportunity, as we have seen, by comparing the actual rate and by comparing the theoretical rate. Now to grab this, we have to borrow from the cheaper country. That means our decision is we are going to invest in US, right? So US we will invest, and because of which you have to borrow from the other country. That means euro. So we will borrow from euro. Let us say, for example, we will borrow 1 lakh euro. We convert this 1 lakh euro. Today we borrow from our euro bank, that is 1 lakh euro. Now we want to invest in United States, US. So today only we will convert this euro into US dollar. So and today's rate is spot rate is 1.0114. So for $1, or you can say when you provide 1.0114 euro, you will get $1. Now if you are providing 1 lakh euro, how much dollar you will receive? And by converting 1 lakh euro into dollar, we will be having $98,873. And now our decision is we will invest in US market. So this $98,873 which we have right now, we will go to US and we invest at 8%, but for 3 months, and we will earn interest on this investment. So this is what the half part we have done. We have decided to invest in US market. Now to invest in US market, you have to borrow money from the other country, and in this example the other country is euro. So we have borrowed 1 lakh euro. We have converted this euro into dollar because our decision is to invest in dollar, and ultimately we have $98,873. So now we'll bring this dollar into US and let's see what is the arbitrage profit. So we have kept this 98,000 in US bank at 8% for 3 months, and after 3 months this 98,000 with interest comes to $1,850.46. So by investing this $98,873 for 3 months at 8% with interest, US bank will provide us $1,850.46. So we will bring this $1,850.46 into euro market, and 3 months before, when we have borrowed, at the same time we have entered into contract with bank to sell dollar at 3 month forward rate, which is 1.0101. So now we have $1,850. We will give it to bank. Bank will buy from us at 1.0101 dollar, and they provide us 1.0101 euro per dollar. So the total amount of euro we receive is $1,850.46 multiplied by 1.0101 euro per dollar. That comes to 1,01,869.05 euro. This is the amount after 3 months we have. Now we need to calculate what is the arbitrage gain. So remember, we have borrowed 1 lakh euro and the bank has charged 5% interest rate. 5% interest we have to pay for 3 months, and that comes to 1.25%. So as far as euro market is concerned, our liability is to pay 1 lakh plus 1.25%, that comes to 1,01,250. So this is our liability towards euro bank, and we have 1,01,869.05 euros that we have earned in 3 months. So out of 1,01,869.05 euros which we have earned, we will pay 1,01,250 euro, and remaining 619.05 is our arbitrage gain without doing anything, without making any investment from our home or from our pocket. This is called riskless investment, or you can say arbitrage gain uh, by investing into the costly country and by borrowing from the cheaper country. Now there are certain limitations also, just to say it in a quick, or you can say again, there are some assumptions. The assumptions one or two which we have discussed in the earlier part of this video. The next assumption is, the IRPT also assumes, number one, there is no transaction cost. That means when you borrow from one country, invest in other country, so there is no transaction cost which bank will levy. But in reality, there is a transaction cost. The transfer of money is not that easy. Number two, IRPT also assumes investor can borrow any amount from the market, but in reality it is not easy. As in this example, we have borrowed 1 lakh euro from bank, but it is not that easy to have any amount borrowing, or you can say any amount we can take it as a loan from bank. There are some restrictions, but all in all, this is what the IRPT calculation, or it works, and it is very much necessary to understand in international market. Thank you very much for the listening. If you have any other question regarding international finance, you can comment on this video. If you like this video explanation, please click the like button on this, and for detailed other materials you can visit my blogspot, which is there in front of you. Thank you very much once again.